Today we've got something really exciting. We're here today at 6005 La Jolla Scenic Drive South. This home is unlike any home you've ever seen. As you enter, you've got gates by the street, another set of gates here. I love this covered portico, and it's something you're gonna love. I'm Tim Van Damm. Welcome home. This space is one of the most interesting spaces in the entire home. I remember the first time I came to meet with the seller, and I was standing right here, and I'm looking around and I'm like, this is such a beautiful big room. But then I noticed a floor drain here, and I noticed this tree over here, and I said, wait a minute, I think this roof may retract. So as you look up, you can see that this is all open to the sky, but the roof itself actually retracts back and forth. The seller hired top-of-the-line engineers who are actually involved in stadium design of retractable roofs, and you've got that here. So really unique, but in addition to that, this is all temperature controlled. So it actually works as an interior room as well as an exterior room, and there's additional insulation with all of these rooms to make sure everything works together. So you've got this beautiful exterior fireplace right here, this courtyard, which again is a very versatile room. You can see here we've even got a chandelier. Little details like on top of these beams, they're clad with copper, as are all the gutters in the house. The home itself is totally sustainable. So you've got things like backup generator, own solar panels, batteries. The generator itself is propane or natural gas. Reverse osmosis on all the water in the house. There's 15 different zones for heating and air here. So it's a home that is really, really well thought out, and no expense was spared in the construction. So why don't we walk through here just a little bit. The first thing you'll see is this tree. So this looks like a big, beautiful olive. It's actually a synthetic tree. It was designed and built by a local company here in Carlsbad, and it's the same company that supplies the faux olive trees for places like the Bellagio out in Las Vegas. It's all engineered, it's earthquake proof, and it looks beautiful year round. You can see they've lit it up with some lights here. Really, really nice. You'll also see that in the courtyard, you've got some curtains here. All of this is automated. There's lighting. So it's just a really, really well thought out. As you come through here, you'll notice there's a herringbone pattern on all these hardwood floors. This is sort of a lounge area, TV, but check this out. There's some really cool features here. So if you come right over here and you press this, another TV hiding back here. And if you press things like this, you've got drawers. So it's the storage is well thought out. This is almost like another separate kitchenette. So you've got some wine fridge right here, ice maker, and all of this can actually close off and hide this sink space here. You've got another little cooktop out here, and then this piece here comes right up, and you can actually hide like your toaster or that sort of thing, so it looks really clean. As we go over here, there's another space here as well. So this television area, looks great, but this is the beauty of a custom home. You see these designed right here? Well, these were actually custom built for dogs so that the dogs could breathe. And if you look closely, there's actually ventilation in there. So they're kind of like little kennels for the two different dogs. They had big dogs And that you'll find that also in the master bedroom as well. So it's a nice design. If somebody wanted to, they could certainly change that out. But if you had dogs and you needed to keep them here, they're well temperature controlled and taken care of. As we go over here into the dining room, this had some really beautiful artwork. You'll see some different pieces here as well. We've got a round table in here. This could also have a really nice long rectangular table. It's really up to your taste. But over here, you'll see there's actually a secret room back here. And this is all was for the china. So they had the formal china, and they actually have a separate room that was just for formal silverware, which is really cool. If we go through here, we can actually just pop right over through into the kitchen. Back here in this kitchen area, you can see beautiful countertops, really well thought out cooktop. This stone is it's just unique and beautiful. And at first glance, this looks like it's a refrigerator, but again, it's a secret room that goes into your pantry in the back of the house here. So you've got another fridge back here, Miele appliances, which is top of the line, and you can keep everything hidden back here. So really well thought out, and there's extra storage above right here as well. So pretty cool. And why don't we go off this way here? I just want to point something else out. So two things. One, you've got a powder on this side and also a powder on the other. Two, so often people are looking for places to hang art, and this home is so well suited for art because you've got all of these walls here. In addition to that, you've got a button right here, and you see this panel that's inset into the wall. Well, if you press this closed, this whole panel comes and shuts off this hallway. So again, it was done with the dogs in mind so that you can keep the dogs in certain parts of the house and not have to worry. So really thinking things through. As we'll go back right over here, you can see things like we've got the laundry room here. This is kind of interesting. This is like one of those air dry coolers. So you never see something like that. Multiple washers, dryers, stainless steel. This is actually on casters, so you can bring this in and out. And then it goes into the garage right over here. So you notice I just pressed door unlock. You can't open any doors here without pressing the buttons. So the garage is off this way. This is just, again, a testament to the security. And as we keep going here, we'll head back over this way. Look at some of this detail. So you can see like the baseboard is inset, and really, I mean, it takes a lot of skill and detail to do this the way they have it. These outlets here are faux and made to look like part of the wall. You've got all these beautiful fixtures over the top, and even see the AC ducts, these little lines, they're really kind of contemporary style here. So as you come through here, these doors, you can't tell this in a video, but they are really, really heavy and solid. They're metal here. These are those kennels that I was talking about here again, all with the vents inside. So there's two right inside here. We'll kind of head over here, right into the master bathroom. So you got water closet here, shower, great setup over here. You've got this is almost like I forget what this is called, but it's almost like a glass sink, really cool. And then, this is all set up to hide the different pieces to keep it a nice and clean look. Great walk-in closet. Some great lighting all over here. Nice big island. And then we'll head back over here. The master opens up to the outside, which we'll show you in a little bit. But it also heads right in here. So you've got a private gym. It's got even a ballet bar, another sitting area right out here. It was designed and intended to be a gym. Obviously, it could be something different if you like, but that's what it was set up for. And then as we come through here, you've got another television room, lounge area. This can be shut off from the master, so it doesn't have to be, but you have the access here. You've also got, right under here, you've got some storage, and then another refrigerator here as well. And so we go through right back over here. And you've got sort of, so initially, this was set up as sort of his and her offices. We've got this staged as a bedroom, because obviously it is a bedroom that goes outside, but you could certainly do an office here. You've got the floor plugs ready to go. So you have that, this inset lighting all the way around, detail in the ceiling. You've got great security throughout. And again, it's just really well thought out. Another bathroom here that's sort of like a half bath, just a powder. Again, it was set up as offices. This is all, built in here. They've got some great space for all of the different storage. My client was a collector, so they had all sorts of collection of different items on these and all sorts of books here. Great outdoor space here. The home is totally private, really well thought out. And then we go back right over here. You've got another secondary bedroom here. All the bedrooms have got walk-in closets, ensuite baths. So we're not going to show you every single bedroom, but you get the idea. And again, it's got that nice, big, long corridor right here, which would be great for artwork. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we sell a home and people say, well, I don't have any place for my art. If you're a collector of art, if you're somebody that matters, then this is a great home to consider. So we're just going to bring you outside here, and we can actually just go right back out through this gym. It's really got kind of a zen, tranquil feel. You've got this beautiful fountain here with stone. This is all turf, which is really low maintenance. You got this espalier plants right here kind of growing. You'll notice there's security cameras everywhere, so it's a very, very secure home. These are some really beautiful specimen olive trees here. And then you've got outdoor speakers. And as you come right over here, again, we're passing the master right here. But you've got this space right here. And this is not something you find very often in La Jolla, to have this much extra space that you can do whatever you like with. So you've got room for a massive pool out here. You could do easily a pickleball court, possibly tennis. You'd have to look at the dimensions, but you've got just a lot of space to play with here. So there's endless possibilities. You're right here in the heart of everything. Great location, easy on, easy off as far as highway access, getting downtown, getting to the airports. I've yet to find a home that has as much thought and attention to detail as this one. Even so much as the fire hardening. When they built this house, it literally got a certification for green certification, and the way it's built is intentionally so that if there was ever an ember to hit it, anything like that, you're going to have no issues. So insurance companies are going to love that, which is a growing issue here in California. So I invite you to, again, subscribe to this channel, tell your friends, and I'm so glad you joined us today. I'm Tim Van Damm. Welcome home.